Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Sue Court, who is the general chairman for the Chickens Ball, San Carlos Chickens Ball, and also Connie Barba, who is the secretary for the San Carlos Chickens Ball. Thank you, ladies. I want you to know, Sue, I wore my scarf today because I knew you had your purple boa on, so I felt like I should rise to your occasion.
We're in the party spirit.
Yeah, where the party spirit is. But I'm going to start with you, Connie. For the few viewers that perhaps haven't ever been to a San Carlos Chickens Ball, which, by the way, is a crime if you have not. Can you tell us a little bit of background on how the San Carlos Chickens Ball was started and, and what it's about?
Chickens Ball has been going on in San Carlos since 1940. It's a PTA-sponsored general
fundraiser, right?
It's a fundraiser, and the show is a kind of a review, kind of a vaudeville. It's about the Barbary Coast of San Francisco. Many in the early years of San Francisco, in the turn of the 19th century, there was a lot of active life going on in the Barbary Coast of San Francisco.
That's a great word, active life.
One of the things.
A lot of purple boas.
Yes, yes. And they had little shows and so forth in all of the saloons and bars. And the Chickens Ball is a takeoff on all that activities. It was started by a teacher named Howard Demke, in order to raise milk money. It was war years. Now it's still sponsored by the PTA, and we raise money which goes to mostly to cultural arts activities in classrooms in the different schools. They all get an equal amount of the profits of the Chickens Ball.
Right.
So all the money that's earned goes through the PTA into that account.
And I must make sure our viewers know it's an all-volunteer production.
Yes.
From set construction to the auditions to the actors and actresses to the musicians. Everyone is a volunteer.
Yes.
And I might say it is one heck of a production. I had the opportunity to go about. So it's every other year, correct?
Yes,
so this might have been now 6 years ago, to actually watch some of the set production and some of the folks kind of laying out what the set's going to look like. And it was as professional of a production as I could have imagined.
It is.
By a group of community volunteers.
We have some wonderful artists in San Carlos, and I'm sure every community has them, but they don't have an opportunity like they do in San Carlos with our Chickens Ball and also the Kiwanis show to create the show and create the sets. Costumes.
Right.
Oh, the costumes are so good.
Well, and the skits. You choose about six skits for the production.
Yes, and they compete against each other.
Right.
So there's 3 melodrama and there's 3 variety skits.
And I understand it is quite a competition.
Oh, it is.
It's a hard decision to make because you have, again, high-level quality acts that are coming in auditioning for the final production.
Right, and there's secrets, too. They won't tell anybody what their skit's about until dress rehearsal. Everybody gets to see them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, again, the rich history, Connie, that you spoke about since, well, it's 50-some-odd years now.
It's 78.
Oh, 78. Boy, is my math off tremendously.
Yeah.
And then, each year the dollars raised for the San Carlos PTA is amazing in what you do. But we want to make sure that people know that from all over this county, as far as you can drive or take a train, please come to this event. So tell us a little bit about how we get tickets, how we can come if you still need volunteers for that night, or how we might sponsor.
You can get tickets at chickensball.org online.
And we'll put that up on the screen.
Yes. Or they're selling them at the auditorium starting next week, April 2nd.
And where is the auditorium, just so our out-of-town viewers know?
It's on Chestnut Street, Central Middle School.
Central
on Chestnut
Middle School.
Street.
It's 826.
826. So,
and how many seats do you have, so we get an idea of the volume of people per show?
Are there 180?
No, it's closer to 300.
Oh.
Yeah.
So quite a few. So it's a big production with a fair amount of seats. But we still want to encourage everyone to get their tickets early since the first show begins April 20th.
Right.
Yes. Right.
I know that, Sue, you mentioned that things are in secret until dress rehearsal. But is there anything that you want to leak to the public through Penn Voice about the production this year?
Ribbit.
That's true.
Is there anything that we can expect other than the high caliber show and knowing that you'll walk away thinking, why haven't I been before? Or I am so glad I've come every.
The quality of dancing is outstanding. There's so many wonderful dancers that have danced all their lives, and the choreographers are just dancers, just local dancers. They put together some wonderful acts. We've got lots of girls kicking. We have can-can. We have our can-can, our traditional can-can that's fabulous.
We have a girly kick line.
A girly kick line.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and the entr'actes are great. I mean, they came on the Central School stage last week. From the time they hit that stage, they're in perfection already. So they're just polishing their numbers now. And it's the first time I think I've ever seen polished numbers coming into the
this
school.
quickly. So do you typically get some of the same people that are performers every other year as you perform?
Oh, yes.
Oh, we do.
Yes. And we have and I'm so proud we have another mother-daughter team this year. I love it when mother-daughters are in the show, and over the years we've had a lot of those. We've also had grandmother, mother-daughter, not necessarily in the show, but working on the show. So I love it when we have that, and they're wonderful dancers.
A real family affair.
Yeah.
So what do we want to make sure that we leave our viewers with about knowing about Chicken's Ball, kind of giving a sneak peek about this year's theme, giving us a flavor for the Barbary Coast era?
Well, we came up with this theme because of the House of Shields bar that's across from the Palace Hotel in San Francisco. And we visited the bar, and we decided to name our Chicken's Ball Time Stands Still, because that is their motto. There are no clocks or anything or TVs in that bar. And that bar has been there since the beginning.
Wow.
Since
Don't we wish
before
we could
1900,
our time could stand still as well?
Yes, yes.
As I got up this morning thinking, I have to get prepared for today.
I know.
I do, because I love making those turn of the century dresses. I just think they're beautiful.
You love to make ruffles.
And I like to make can-can
can-can.
ruffles.
Yes.
I've made a lot of red
and
ruffles.
that's a great point. Where do you get your costumes? Do you make them locally?
We make most of them,
Most
yeah.
of them made. Yes. They're original. So, and all the acts are original too. They're not, this year we have Broadway musics. So we're taking from Broadway musicals. But all the choreography is original. They've all made up their dances,
Right.
and they're fantastic.
And that's one of the things that you ask of the 6 skits that you're selecting for the show. They do their own original score, their
Oh,
own
yes.
original
They write their skits,
choreography.
right.
Yes, their music is all written before 1918. The Broadway musical music that's being used is current. That's our Time Stand Still, Broadway here and
Here
there.
and there.
Now, will we see the 2 of you in the production?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you will.
Oh, so I did get something out of you. I snuck that question in because now we know that the 2 of you are part of the show
Sue's a
as well.
great dancer, and she's been doing it since 1960.
Oh, well, then will we see you part of the kick line?
No, you want to, but I choreographed it.
You did. So again, just going back to sort of that rich history that folks that are like Sue and you, Connie, have been involved in the production and involved in the organization for so many years. What's your favorite part of it?
Oh, the creativity is my favorite part. I love it. I just love it. So many people doing so many fabulous things, and that makes them fabulous people.
And how about you, Sue?
And I love just seeing it all come together.
Oh.
You
The
know.
night of. And I think
Right.
closing night must be also bittersweet in the
Yes.
sense
Oh,
of
yes.
you're so excited that you've made it to the end, but also sad to see the family disperse and then gather again for the
Right.
next production.
Watch out downtown after the show.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You move on to your next big event. Well, Sue and Connie, thank you for joining us. We'll make sure that we post how everyone purchases their tickets, since they are available now for purchase.
Yes, they are.
And so they can pick their night. And we thank you so much for coming and telling us again about the Chicken's Ball and this year's theme. We're so excited.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.